And then do you have your phone up? Ready to go. Okay. And are we live? It looks like it's coming up. Do you see it yet? Can you still hear me? You can still hear
I
me?
can hear you. I don't see it's live. Did you do it on your regular page?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you are. You're on your regular page.
My regular page. Stop live streaming.
Hold tight, you guys.
Oh, on your own timeline, not on my own timeline. In a group.
All right, while we're waiting, you guys put in the chat, what are you guys most excited about 645? Like, or what are you trying to learn today? Maybe that you don't know. So drop that in the chat. Let's get excited. Let's get pumped up.
Okay.
I know it's early, but.
Girl, I've been up since 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I've been up since like 3:30.
And really never slept anyways. Okay. Okay, I think we were supposed
to. There it is. We're live.
You know.
We're there.
Oh my gosh. Good morning. Holy cow. This, the past couple days has been a whirlwind. If you don't know me, I'm Andrea Stevens, and normally I would be coming to you from my office at home, and I'm actually sitting in Riley Children's Hospital with our son. So it's just proof. And Jalene's out at her home away from home in her camper. So you can do this from anywhere. You don't have to be at your house. You don't have everything to be perfect. Obviously, we're not perfect. So, but we are really excited to share with you what about 645 today. I am super pumped for this program. I have been doing the work for the past 3.5 weeks, and I was afraid of it, but I'm finding just like everything else, I had nothing really to worry about. It was totally fine. So let's get into it. We won't keep you long. We know you have busy schedules and days. And thank you for coming and showing up on time. Okay, so if you haven't already, Jolene, are you kicking this off?
Yeah, that's fine. So you guys, yeah, thanks for being patient. It's, technology is always, of the essence to get these things done, but not always in our favor. So have you joined the team text yet? If you have not, this is something that you want to do. If you're on here and you're a brand new coach, first of all, we want to say, don't be overwhelmed by everything that's going to come your way. Just take a couple nuggets, a couple things, and then apply those moving forward. Okay. So there's 3 steps. Join the text team system. First of all, right there's the number. Number 2, watch the 2 welcome videos and the welcome video and the grand opening your business, and then schedule your GSR with your coach. If you haven't done that yet, and maybe you're a coach who's been in this for a while, but you're just now starting to build your business and you're like, okay, I want to run with this, then this is still a great way to like start it over. It's called the rhythm. So this is where the rhythm starts, and that's what you should do. So if you haven't done that yet, go do that. You're muted, Andrea. You're muted.
So today, like we said, we are talking about 645 and our plan to launch. So we're going to give you the tips and tools you need to be successful in sharing and spreading this to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones. So this is our agenda for today. We're going to talk about nuts and bolts, what it is, when it's coming out, what to expect, your plan, how to invite and how to get people involved, and then your coach and customer launch details.
So what is 645? Maybe you've been under a rock and you have not heard about this, but you're going to learn about what it is today. So 645 is a 6-day-a-week, 45-minute-a-day program committed to a workout for 13 weeks where you'll reach your peak. The program will include total body, resistance training, high energy cardio, and restorative mobility. It's from Amwala Cesar. He's the Beachbody super trainer for this program, also the one who does 4 weeks of the prep and 6 weeks of the work. Each week includes 4 total body resistance trainings, a mobility, and a cardio workout. There's new power loops. So they're like thicker. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but they're different than the loops that you're probably used to seeing in like 80 day and that kind of thing. It's the next generation of resistance bands, they say. So I think that the main thing about this program is like the warm up, the dynamic. I'm excited to see that play out. So really excited for this here.
Okay, so what is 645? Like Jolene said, it's 6 days a week, 45 minutes a day. And there are actually 4 kinds of workouts. There's going to be a total body strength, resistance, mobility. And the best thing that I learned, my favorite thing was that any level can do this. You're just going to work to your level. With the work, it's high intensity, and you do have to be in, I feel like you should be in some sort of, you should have done a program or 2 before starting that. And this is not that. This is any level can do that. So it's perfect for anyone who wants to lose weight and get toned and be healthy. So screenshot this. This is going to help you guys. And you can find all this in the team file. You can find all this information too, but something that helps me is just to screenshot it as a quick reference. So I'm not going to sit and read it to you, but it is wonderful. This is kind of the brass tacks of what is going on. So important dates: Monday, I don't know what today is, Saturday. So in 2 days, our sample workout is going to drop. So mark the calendar so you can get on that and try it out. And that your customers, your people that you're already working with, can try it. You can share it with someone so that they can also sample it before that they can purchase it. And then your coach VIP window is July 6th through the 18th. So as we lead into Summit, it'll give you a lot of things to talk about. And then the customer launch will be July 19th.
So as you can see, these are going to be just some testimonials here. You guys can see this. Maybe this is the first time you're seeing these, but one thing that you always want to remember in this business is facts tell, but stories sell. People want to be able to say, oh my gosh, look at that person. They look like me. If they can do that, then I can do that. And so I want you to remember that. So that you're just going to see a couple transformations here on the next thing that you can see in 13 weeks, Shakeology, the performance line, and 645. And I think there's 2 more here. That's insane. It's insane. Like, look at that. I cannot even.
That guy on the right blows my mind.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. And the best thing is that these are just regular people. They weren't paid to do this. They just were given the program, the tools, and they went for it, and they went all in. Okay, so the launch details, like I kind of already touched about, the coach exclusive window will start July the 6th. Perfect for after 4th of July, like let's start. And then customer launch will be on July 19th. And then if you already have BOD, it is going to be $49.95 with, and then the accessory bundle, which I plan on getting because it has those loops. And I love our loops, and I hadn't used them for a while, but you forget how magical and effective those loops are when you use them. And so these are a little bit thicker, and I've had some, but I wasn't in love with them. So I'm really excited to see, because I know that Beachbody always puts their heart and soul into planning and testing things. So, and then of course, in Canada, it'll be a little bit, it's the $59.95, and then the accessory bundle is $73.85.
And yeah, and that was for the coach price. So, or the customer price. So the coach price is like 37 and some change, I think it said. But like I said, the best thing is to get those loops, because if there is one thing that Beachbody does is they create their things well. You guys know that. Like, out of all the steps I've ever used, I was so glad that I got the Beachbody step, because I feel like it's quality. So just remember that. So the marketing package, and we'll talk about this, but just know this isn't something that you have to do, but there are options for you to do this. So there is an option created by Mompreneur VA, and maybe you know of another one too, if you want to throw that out there. But I know it's like, that's Andrea uses that. I do. I know that Christina does. I know a lot of other people, but then there's also other people that use somebody else too that does equally great work. So you can purchase that to have this basically marketing package done for you. So it's going to come with the images, the stories, the social media, the email templates, and all of that. But if you're not at that point of, investing in that and doing that with your business, that's okay. Please don't feel like you're behind by any means. You can still also do things on your own through like a Google Drive link. And if that's something that you guys don't know how to do, but would like to know how to build a Google Drive form where you're capturing their information, we could always go live and do that pretty quickly for you at some point if that is something that's needed. So just let us know. But otherwise, the cool thing is, like Andrea already mentioned this once, and maybe she already dropped the file, but if not, maybe somebody can, if Muriel is on here too. The link is in all this stuff, you guys. There's a lot of stuff that, Christina and Muriel and that everybody has already put together for you in the Dream Extreme Google Drive link. And so that's like the hub of all the things, the recordings, the cookies and creamy, there's pictures, there's stuff, there's going to be stuff for 645 in there too as well. So keep that in mind, and use that link, save it, put it in your favorites, whatever you got to do. But just know there is an option for a marketing package as well. And then there's things that you can obviously do on your own too, that Beachbody has on their site. You can pull pictures and things like that. So.
Yeah, Beachbody, they do a good job too with their marketing and graphics. If you go into your coach office, you'll find what they have. And you can even look at like the Beachbody 411 to share their things. Autumn and Amwala just did a collaboration on like the nutrition part of it. So that's another tool that you can use to share. That's really important. So my other person is Danielle Nazar, and she actually does collaborative coach. I think that's what it's called, but it is worth the investment if you can make it. It saves you so much time in the long run. Okay. So your coach opportunity, since you're going to get access to this sooner, you're going to be able to try out the program. And I don't know about you, like I can look at pictures and we've seen before and afters, whether it's a nutrition program or if it's makeup or a skincare line, but I want to talk to someone who's actually used it and actually done it. And that's no different with this. So sharing your story on social media is going to speak so much higher than if they just read it and they read it from a stranger, because we're here to change the people's lives in our lives and the people who love and follow you. So, talking about it, hyping it up, how excited you are. And maybe, excitement also has a little bit of fear with it. Like, I'm kind of afraid I'm nervous. This guy's kicking my butt now. I don't know what he's going to bring next time, but I'm ready for it, so it's just a small testimonial. And when you have your coaches or your friends join you, you can add to that and say, this is their story. And maybe they're at a different place. If you've been coaching for a long time, sometimes it's harder to relate to you because you're like, I don't remember. But I felt like kind of going back to the beginning with the work, like, doggone, I'm sore. So you can talk to the people too, or just joining this and say, they're going to share their story too and highlight their story because that makes them feel important. So we're going to talk about the promotional plan because exposure is everything, just like we were talking about.
Yes. So exposure is everything, like Andrea said, just to piggyback off that. It's really important that that you kind of look into this. And the thing that I always say this is that you're like, if you're saying this program isn't for me, then you're going to be doing a disservice to a lot of other people because you're making it all about you. And that's not really what we're here to do, right? So, and I can speak from example because when Country Heat first came out back, way back when, I don't really care for country music. And I was like, I'm not doing that program. It's not for me. And I really did a huge disservice to a lot of my network because they do like country music and it was a phenomenal program. It got even better results than 21 Day Fix. So it's crazy. So that's what I'm saying is don't count yourself out of this, even if you haven't thought about it. Do the sample workout that's coming on Monday. Give it a fair try, right? Share about it, post that. So here's some general samples for social media. Talk about your like your free group or whatever you're doing, your daily workout, your nutrition, and dive into all the pieces of 645. So like Andrea said, Amwala and Autumn just paired up and was talking about this. I don't know if you saw Carl's announcement yesterday, but all the things are coming. You guys, there's so many exciting things about Beachbody right now. It's like, oh, it's like all the things just makes you want to pop, right? And so they're talking about the nutrition plan that just came out with intermittent fasting and the portion fix. Like that's huge because there's a lot of intermittent fasters, and it was something that they really wanted to do. So there's pieces of that. Maybe that fits into your lifestyle that you weren't able to talk about kind of before, and that's a segue in. So talking about that, taking one of the moves from the sample workout on Monday and showcasing that in your story or in a post or whatever. Think about where you are on your journey. What do you wish you knew before? And sit down and think about that. Like take 10 or 15 minutes as your homework of the day and like think about what do you wish you knew before you started your journey. And then what could you tell someone who's just starting out? And what is the best piece of advice you were given? That's like 3 separate posts right there. That's 3 separate stories that you could tell in your stories. That's really great content right there, right? So, and don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. Just something that whatever comes to your mind. Like, what would you tell someone who was just starting out? Like, it's not all or nothing. Like that's what I would tell my older self. It's not all or nothing, right? Address objections with a confession. Confession, I'm not working out for hours at a time. People sometimes think like all I do is work out. I'm like, no, I work out for like 30 or 40 minutes a day. So not ever starving, highlight whatever, not good at taking photos, share a selfie from the start of your journey versus now. And I guarantee like if you haven't done that in a long time, this just popped in my brain, but you know what people are going to see the most? Not even necessarily your transformation physically, but your confidence. And that's huge. And that speaks way more volumes than anything to me anyways. And then not a shake person, share yourself making a shake, taste testing it. I don't know if that's on Andrea's. And
I don't know. I'm sorry.
But anyways, not a shake person. Oh, we've got some news.
There's
some news. But the point is, you guys, screenshot this once Andrea maybe.
I know I'm trying.
But those are all great ideas. Those are all great reminders for myself, including like to go back and do those things. So yeah, screenshot that real quick if you can, because I don't know about you, but those were some really, really great ideas for sample posts on social media. So just ideas. Don't overthink it, you guys. Something I was reading this morning was talking about more action, less overthinking. It doesn't matter if it's going to be perfect. The point is that you're getting out there what needs to be said and you're not overthinking it. You know, you're going to learn, you're going to fail, and then you're going to do it better the next time.
Well,
right?
And think too, like when you are seeing pictures and things on social media, like we want it to be perfect, but really you're capturing them for like 2 seconds. And how much are they going to read? So does it have to be exactly perfect? No, just speak what is true to you and from your heart, and that will be perfect. So just to you, and your person will get that. But Jolene, to talk about what you notice about people, I notice people's smiles, which is still like confidence, but I always notice how happy people look. I don't know why, that's like my big thing. Okay, so inviting 101. Last night, Jolene and I were talking about this and going over it. You already did this, and when you just talked about cookies and cream with people. So hopefully you have your list of people that you talk to about this. If you haven't, that's okay. Don't worry. So think about your top people and start talking to them. Make a list, write it down. So invite those people to fill out your Google form. So you'll want to make a Google form, and in the events team, there is a guide in there. Christina has a guide that will help you. Maybe you've never made one, and I'm obviously not a computer person, so I need those guides. Like, please help me. So go in there, and then you can share that Google form. So when this comes available for them, you will have their email, so you can stay in contact with them and they can fill it out. And so you can help them the best way you can. Use a third-party tool, just like we were talking about the Autumn and Amwala video, them talking and collaborating about the nutrition. Nutrition is such a huge key. Share that third-party tool. Share the promotional video with them. Let the experts do the explaining. You can give your help and aid in any way you can, but Amwala created this program. Beachbody created it. They created the nutrition program. Let them talk. They are very good at making it clear and concise. And so many times we want to say all the words and give it all away. And we're so excited and you just want to tell them everything. And sometimes they're like, oh my gosh. So just share a third-party tool. It's so helpful. Make your job so much easier. And then make sure to track who you've shared it with and then follow up with those people. Following up is key. And if you find you go back to your messages and you're like, oh, I haven't followed up with this person. It's been a week. Oh my gosh, I dropped the ball. Own it. Say, I'm so sorry. I had this going on. I wanted to circle back. I really want to help you. Are you interested in doing this? What did you think? What did you think about this? I'm really excited. I hope you will join me in doing this. I really want to help you. And maybe it's not this program. Maybe it's something else because there's an entire library.
So who are you inviting, you guys? Andrea just talked about that. And so I don't know if it's going to be in these slides. I can't remember. But on the bottom of that one, it just said, invite to the sneak peek. So save the date for July 1st. Lindsay Gray and Megan White are going to be hosting the sneak peek event on this. Currently, your prospects, all the things, like people that are interested in coaching, you're going to be able to invite those to the July 1st event. And we have some other exciting things too that they put together for us to use as a third-party tool. So wait for that. So who are you inviting? Your coaches. You're inviting your coaches from your team page, your downline. You can email this out, drive them to the presentation that's going to be on, again, July 1st at 7 p.m. You're inviting your customers, your current customers. You're going through again. And remember, like Andrea said, Lisa and I just hosted the Cookies and Creamy, this same kind of call a couple weeks ago. And it's the same kind of thing, you guys, except you're doing this now with 645 instead of Shakeology. So go back in there, email your customers, get excited, post in your challenge groups, one-to-one message people who are kind of like maybe burnt out or stuck or looking for something new. There's nothing like new, shiny, bright, flashy, like everyone's going to be doing it to get people excited again about the second half of the year. And remember that if you haven't, something that you should be going through and doing is going through and one-to-one messaging, maybe all the people in your challenge group currently, asking them where they're at on their journey and making sure that you're helping them where they want to go and be by the end of the year. Right? Because we are, I know it's crazy, but we are going into the second half of 2021 already, right? Come July. So one-on-one messages, people on the new prospects, if you have a free group that's running in there, if making a post about it on social media, talking about it in your stories again, one-to-one inviting, going back through and just saying like, we have something to offer people. Don't be ashamed of that. It can change their life, literally. So remember that. So that's who you're inviting this time around. It's pretty much the same every time around, but just as a reminder.
You can also go back and look in your coach office who did the work and the prep and who ordered it. And those are great people because they love Umwalla already because Umwalla people are diehard Umwalla people. So okay, so social media ideas. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but definitely creating a hype. Now, here's something I have learned just from coming to events like this. I don't say what the program is. I don't give away the ending. It's like opening a book and saying like, oh, Red Riding Hood, this is who it is, and this is how it ends. So you have to create curiosity, get them to be like, what are you doing? There's a new program, what's happening? So the people who are following you on your social media, you can look in your stories and see who likes it and who is following it all the time. You can also tag certain people if you know that they really like it and you want them to see this, so they'll go and look at it. The other thing you can do too is sharing transformations. Of course, you can use the ones that we showed you earlier. They'll be on Beachbody 411 or even on Wallace's page. You'll be seeing those. And he has videos from the actual program. So you could share that to your stories or maybe to your news feed or to your Facebook. Also, one thing that you can do, I highly suggest, is using an email. So all your customers and coaches existing, send them an email. oftentimes we get busy and they miss things too. They're human and not everyone is looking at their phone all the time. And some people have left Instagram or Facebook, and especially at certain times of the year, my people will say, I'm out for Lent, bye. And they're gone for 40 days. Well, how am I going to reach them? You need their email or their phone number, some way to get a hold of them so you can let them know that this is new, this is huge, this is going to be epic and changing.
And we kind of talked about this already, you guys. And again, if this is something that there's interest that we need to do a video on how to make this, we can, but create an interest form. And it's basically just like Andrea said, capturing their information for you to have for a later date as well. So it's just like their name, their email, and then are you currently listed as a coach? Do you have Beachbody on demand? And then that's really kind of it. You can share that with them in an email if you're emailing customers. Sometimes, like when I'm doing a post, I don't necessarily put it in my post, but I'll put it down below in the comments. So then they can go there and fill that out. And I'll say, check out the form in the comments section to be able to go and fill that out. So this is important because what's really cool is, so we just did this with Cookies and Creamy. And so I had some people fill mine out. And then when the day came, all I did was literally go in, create their share cart, because you already have their email, what you need, and their name. And then you go in and create a share cart for them with what they wanted, because on mine it said a bag or a box. And so I knew what they wanted. And then I just sent them over an email in addition to the email they're going to get, but just saying, hey, by the way, I saw you fill out my form. I went ahead and sent this over. So it just makes it kind of seamless, right? So again, please know that if you don't have a form, it doesn't mean that you're going to be unsuccessful. Okay, you don't have to have this form to you're still going to be able to, have people join you and all of those things, even if you don't have a form. Okay, so don't get hung up on the form.
No, and two, something you can do when you do a post and you're like, drop your fun emoji here, talk to those people in a private message and comment below their message and be like, hey, me too, girl, or, hearts and whatever. And then say, I sent you a personal message, so that they go and look at that. And you can take the conversation off your post, and then have a conversation with them, because that's what you need to do, is create that relationship and that back and forth. What do they want? What are their goals? Do they want to lose weight? Do they want to strengthen? You need to have those conversations. So your third-party tool, like I had said, is to point rather than explain. So you're saying, watch this, and instead of you saying all the words.
And okay, you guys, this is kind of the other super exciting thing. There's a landing page. So we know before, some people have asked, there's not always a landing page that, Christina and them create for us to use, but there is a landing page this time, and it's awesome. So if we can type that in the thing. It's the https www.dreamextreme.info/645. So what's super cool about the landing page is that it has a video right there. They're going to hit that page and they're going to see the info video, like the promo video that Amwala did. And so they're gonna be able to see that very quick video, and then it's gonna go down. They're gonna see testimonials. They're gonna see those before and afters, right? Again, facts tell, stories sell. It's gonna share a little bit of information, and then at the bottom, guess what it's gonna do? It's not connected to any one person, but it's connected back to our third-party Facebook group, info group. Like, how awesome is that? So you're going to get them into that group. They're going to click there. They're going to be able to know what's going on. They're going to be seeing what we're dropping in there. It's priceless, you guys. This is huge. So anytime someone's asking for info, you can be literally directing them to that landing page. Again, sample workouts Monday the 28th. You should be talking about that to your people in your challenge group right now already, letting them know that they can try it out to see, hey, maybe this will be for me. And then again, the virtual info party for guests is going to be Thursday, July 1st at 7 p.m. Right? So create the hype, get excited. These tools, it is so important that you realize that these tools are created for us, right? Again, this is part of the rhythm. So it's just like doing this rhythm of the circle and pointing people. Take the pressure off of yourself to have to feel like you have to know everything about this business, about this program, about anything, and just point people in the direction of where somebody else can be that expert for them. And this is like all the things. the info group, which is on Facebook first, right? So there's so many different expose your people and without you having to say anything or
Well,
really do anything.
It's
Just
so
point
nice
them.
that they've, like Jillian said, that they've created all these tools for us. So you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have all the tools that you can. We used to have to create all this ourselves and it was overwhelming. So please use the tools. They are here to help you. So what kind of memberships is available for our people? This is the exciting. This is when they get to get it. Okay, so new customers and non-BOD members. So if you are brand new and you don't already have Beachbody On Demand, there is the Shakeology bundle, which will include the year of BOD, and then your shakes and your bands, of course, and your cup and all the things listed below. And then you could even add in the share a cart, like, hey, drop in your favorite tools, your extra bonuses like Energize. Hello, who loves some Energize? Drop whatever your favorite flavor is. It is survival juice today. I thought, man, I need some Energize or some Focus Bevy up in this place. Or Recover. It's not listed on there. Recharge. I do love Recharge. I make it like ice cream at nighttime and trick myself into thinking it's ice cream, make it super thick. And so it's like my nighttime treat, which I feel like doesn't get talked about a lot, but it really helps restore those muscles. And then they could have the performance line. So with the performance line, you could drop in maybe your Shakeology sampler. So they get to try it. That's $20 and they have a whole week to try different Shakeologies and say, it takes a week of your meal prep for one meal or breakfast or something off the page. So, and then I can't see the other package behind there. I'm afraid to move. Oh, and then the deluxe flat pack puts both the Shakeology and the Energize, which is of course their best bargain for their money. Because we're going to recommend when people say, well, which do you choose? I do both. So I love them both. And it's really hard for me to choose. It's like choosing between your children. Which one do you love most? I don't know.
And then the current BOD customers, it's obviously going to be a little bit different. They're going to be the completion packs. So there's a Shakeology, like she said, there's the performance, and then there's the deluxe, which comes with both options. And then all bundles include, of course, VIP access to 645, 2 power loops, the Beachbody Nutrition Guide, your first 30 days of Nutrition Plus, the training calendar, 2B mindset tracker, portion fix program, and then the container. So you guys, there are so many things you're still getting with that. And this is what you're going to be able to offer to your current customers, right? And then you can also get started with just the accessory bundle if they didn't want to do any of like the performance line or, the supplements, if you will. So.
And of course, there's the limited time savings for the month. And I always tell people, like, it's a great time to, if you're going to order Shakeology or your performance, you might as well get the completion bundle. To me, it just makes sense. So, and then launch dates, screenshot this. I am so excited the closer we get to this for this. The launch date is July the 6th. Customer launch, as we said, is July 19th. On the day of the launch, you want to email your people because you don't open every email. They probably don't either. So make sure to email them. Exposure is everything. It takes 4, 5, maybe 6 exposures, 8, sometimes a year before when someone says yes. So don't give up on them unless they, of course, tell you to stop, please. But your coach didn't give up on you, and it just took that pivotal turn to say yes. So just messaging them one-on-one, that's huge. That shows that you care and that you took the time to message them. Announce it in your current group. Show yourself doing the moves, like Jillian said. Maybe it is intimidating. Maybe they started the work or the prep and said, I can't do this. I don't want to, no. But then they see you doing it like, oh, yeah, maybe I can do this. This doesn't look that bad. Okay, I can do this. And then in your free groups, I always try and announce that in my free groups and in your stories on your page. And then, of course, don't forget yourself, because We have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of anyone else. Put your own oxygen mask on. Get excited. Get yourself armed with all your tools on July the 6th. So I'm so excited for this. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and just one thing to piggyback off that, we have to remember that Amwala is very new to Beachbody. And so a lot of people don't know him, know about him, his background and things like that. So maybe you decide to like showcase some of your favorite trainers out of the library and kind of talk about them and where they came from, or maybe you're talking about that on your story or something like that. But he really is reputable and has a great, I mean, like the people that he's worked with and things like that, but he's also, it can be intimidating. So that's why it's important to showcase, you know, some of what it is that you're going to be doing maybe from the sample workout, because if people don't know him, then or they maybe have heard and think that he's just like very, you know, hardcore, then they're already counting themselves out. So that's your job as a coach to show them, right? Like what it really is. So just remember that. I think that we forget that a lot of the time. So your to-do list, because you know we ain't gonna end a call without some to-dos. So grab the Team 45 or the Team 45, the Team 645 Google Drive folder, add it to your drive. You guys, if you haven't already done this, again, save the link. So there's a couple links that you should save that aren't on this to-do list, but the Google Drive, the Dream Extreme Google Drive folder, it has a wealth of information in there that you might not even know about, but that needs to be saved. Okay, the other thing to save is the landing page, right? Save the date for July 1st, 7 p.m. That's the sneak peek party. Create your own Google form and then start promoting and inviting to the sneak peek that's on July 1st. So you have what? Today's the 26th. So that's just, oh my gosh, I can't believe July is next week. So that's just next week, you guys, right? Yeah, because the 3rd, yeah, that's Thursday. So Thursday, I said Tuesday originally. I'm sorry. So it's Thursday the 1st. So you have several days. So take a couple minutes when you get off here, get excited. Like right now, do a story, turn yourself around on your computer or like whatever you're doing and make a story about how you're so excited. You're learning about this new program that's coming out and you can't wait for it to drop. And oh, by the way, there happens to be a sample workout that comes on Monday and then a little box that says, do you want to do it with me? Heck yes. Oh yeah. Right. Don't say yes or no, because we don't want to know if anybody says no. So say like,
Really?
heck yes, or
I
oh,
don't
yeah.
even give them a no option. Don't even give them a no option.
I can't handle that kind of negativity in my life.
Heck no, heck yes, or I need more info.
Yeah. And so
Those
like
are your options.
right there, that's a quick little 15-second story you could do right now. Right. So just start promoting. Again, don't overthink it. Just, you know, face the fear and do it anyways. Maybe that's your big to do for the weekend, is that, you know, you're going to make your first story, you know, you're going to make your first post about this. I don't know what it is, but you're going to challenge yourself and just do it. You're going to face the fear and do it anyway. So start promoting and inviting to the sneak peek that's on July 1st.
That's
I think
it.
that's the last one, isn't it?
That's the last one. Well, thank you all
Awesome.
so much for joining. Please drop your questions in the comments, how excited you are. I cannot wait for this. And I love that, Jillian, what you said. Like, you know, we do think people are a certain way if you've seen them in one light, but they show up in a different light. You know, you might see
It's
them
just like
show up.
Shaun T.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Shaun T is so different.
Shaun T and Pink Insanity, but then it's like, oh, wait a minute, he's got this crazy, amazing, awesome dance program, completely other side of the spectrum. But a lot of people would have counted him out because they can't do Insanity, or they think they can't do Insanity
Sure.
already. So it's just, you know, another good thing to.
And when you were talking about Country Heat, I don't feel like I did size a great service because my body doesn't move like that. So I was a little nervous for this one.
Still working on that body roll.
I'm still working on that body roll. But I loved it. So no matter what, just go for it. And like it says, reach your peak, reach for a new height, because you will surprise yourself. You never know. So let's do this and make this an awesome launch. So you guys have a great day and we'll see you later.
Cheers, guys. Bye. Good job.